Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Kimmy Vapes here, and today for you I'm going to be reviewing the Vapeston Avatar Mesh Tank Nano. Let's take a vape, go down below, and have a closer look. Okay, and here we have the Avatar Nano Mesh Sub-Ohm Tank by Vapeston. Let's go ahead, take a look at the packaging, and then we'll open up and see what comes inside. Okay, so first we have our user manual. And then inside your tin you have the Avatar Nano Sub-Ohm Tank with a pre-installed 0.15 ohm mesh coil head, spare O-rings, spare glass tank, and a spare NX1 mesh coil head, which is rated 40 to 90 watts. So real quick, I just want to say I really love this little mesh aluminum box that Vapeston included the sub-ohm tank with. I think that's a really nice little box that can actually be used for other purposes. Once you take out your sub-ohm tank, you could throw some cotton or coils or whatever in there. Just a really nice packaging, I thought. Alright, so taking a closer look at the Vapeston mesh coil here, mesh sub-ohm tank here, you'll see that the airflow ring, top cap, and drip tip are all this matching acrylic, which they call this resin Cobra design, or you could also call it the honeycomb pattern there. But really nice design that goes all the way through the resin. And it looks like they cut this all from one piece, since the pattern matches both on the airflow control ring, the top cap, and the drip tip. Really nice. Beautiful red color there with gold patterning. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom. You do have what they say is an adjustable 510 pin, surrounded by your insulator there. And this sub-ohm tank does measure 24 millimeters in diameter by 47.5 millimeters in length. To fill this sub-ohm tank, you'll simply unscrew the top cap. And you'll see there you have two very large fill ports on either side. You'll also see here on the top cap that they have these little notches cut out. Which allows for air to escape the tank when you're putting the top cap on, and keeps it from building up too much pressure, which would cause flooding in your coils. And there is another sub-ohm tank out there on the market, which if you've looked at my previous reviews, you'll recognize this right away, that also the Freemax Fireluke mesh tank also has those cutouts. And pretty much this Vapeston Avatar Mesh Nano tank is very, very similar to the Freemax mesh tank. Actually, there's very little different from them, other than their resin designs that they offer are different, as well as the machining is slightly different on the top cap and on the bottom there. I don't believe that the Freemax Fireluke mesh has an adjustable 510, which the Avatar mesh does include an adjustable 510 pin. So let's put the top cap back on. And to install your coil, you'll simply unscrew the bottom base. So unscrewing the bottom portion here, you'll see that there is where your mesh coil head is. And again, these mesh coil heads look very familiar, very similar to the Freemax mesh coil heads there. And it wouldn't surprise me if they are actually compatible with the Freemax. Looking down inside there, you can see the mesh and lots of cotton. To prime your coil head, you'll want to make sure that you place e-liquid on each of these wicking ports here on the outside, as well as make sure that you coat your cotton on the inside to help make sure that all of that cotton is saturated before you vape on it. Taking the coil out here so we can take a look at the contact. You'll see that this has a gold-plated contact, very large there, so you're getting lots of contact with the bottom of the coil head. Airflow options, you have 2 airflow holes on each side of the tank. It is dual airflow. Whatever you do to one side, it will do to the other side. There is a stopper on the rings. Vapeston does have the option for you to purchase a bubble glass tank, which will take your capacity from 2 ml in the standard glass version up to 4.5 ml. They also offer various acrylic styled bubble glass tanks as well. The Vapeston Avatar Mesh Nano tank that I've been vaping on is the purple and yellow color, which I have been vaping that on top of my Minikin V2. I thought that purple and yellow looked beautiful up there on top of my Minikin V2. As you can see, my tank is empty. I need to refill it. Before I refill it though, I want to go ahead and show you guys what the coil head looks like after 3 weeks of use. Okay, so this is the NX1 mesh coil head, which is 0.15 ohms, rated 40 to 80 watts. I've been vaping this between 50 and 60 watts is pretty much where I stay at with this mesh coil. And I've been vaping several different e-liquids through this coil head over the period of 3 weeks. Some sweeter e-liquids as well as some e-liquids that have no sweeteners in them. And this is what the inside of my coil head looks like after 3 weeks of use. You can see that the cotton has started to turn color. There's a lot of carbon buildup on the inside of that mesh there. Now I will say, even with all of this carbon buildup that you see there, I'm still getting pretty good flavor from this coil head. I probably am gonna use this coil head for another week before I throw it out, just because I'm still getting pretty decent flavor off of it. It's still wicking pretty well. I have noticed the wicking on it is starting, like it slows a little bit as the cotton is starting to break down, but no dry hits at all from it. Like I said, I've been using it for 3 weeks now. And I'm really happy with the performance of these coil heads. Okay, so that's an up and close look of the Avatar Mesh Nano sub-ohm tank. Let's go ahead, go back up top, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions. All right, that was an up and close look of the Vapeston Avatar Mesh Tank Nano. So what are my thoughts? Well, first thought that came to my mind is I felt like I had seen this before and vaped on this before. Yes, you're right. If you guys are thinking this looks like the Fireloop Mesh sub-ohm tank, you're absolutely right. This thing is almost to a T a clone of the Freemax Fireloop Mesh tank. Now I will say though, almost to a T, because there's some slight machining differences, and I don't know what these Chinese companies do over there. I don't know if they clone each other or they happen to have the same ideas as each other, but there are a lot of similarities between these two sub-ohm tanks that it's hard not to think that this is just a clone of the other one. And quite frankly, I don't know which one came out first, and quite frankly, I don't really care. What I care about is, does it vape, and does it vape well? Well, it does. It vapes very good. The mesh coil heads are just as I expected. From my experience with previous mesh coil heads, they work really well. The flavor on them is really intense, a lot of vapor production, and they seem to last a significantly longer amount of time than regular round wire coil heads. So as far as cons go for this particular tank, well, there is two cons. One is sort of subjective, and that is how loud the airflow is. I vape it with the airflow wide open, and I'll let you take a listen. So just like with the Freemax Fire Loop, the airflow on this is quite loud, though I will say I ignored the fact that the airflow is loud because I get such great flavor and vapor production on it that the airflow being louder doesn't bother me. It doesn't whistle, but it does have that very hollow, loud sound to it. The next con, which is not so much subjective, is that it has an adjustable 510 pin. Now, of course, with the adjustable 510 pin, that means that when I'm screwing it down, it just keeps turning and turning and turning. It doesn't have a stopping point. I notice when I take this tank off of my mod that there was a little bit of e-liquid always pooling on top of my 510 in the mod and around the base there of where the atomizer sits. And I think that that may be because of the fact that they're using a adjusting 510 pin. No matter what I seem to do, no matter how careful I am, I always get one or two droplets of e-liquid sitting on top of my 510 pin. And I think that's because the seal around that 510 pin might not be so good. Then again, this is the only tank that I've opened and used. The other tank, which I did open and show you guys up on the up and close, I am giving away today in this video to you guys. So if you're interested in participating in the giveaway, leave a comment down below with your thoughts on mesh coil heads. And then also, remember, this is a US only giveaway, so you must have a US address to participate in the giveaway. Give the video a like, and also you must be a subscriber. So back to the Vapeston Mesh Tank Nano. Do I think it's worth it? Well, it is. On their website, they have it for $39.99, and I think they should have came down about $10 to be competitive with other mesh tanks that we're seeing come onto the market. I think $39.99 is a little expensive, even though they do have what they're calling their Cobra resin design, which is a little bit different from some of the other resin designs that we're seeing on the market. I still think that $39.99 is a little high for this sub-ohm tank, and I would have rather seen it $29.99 or maybe $34.99. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the Avatar Mesh Tank Nano. Go ahead, leave your comment down below if you want to participate in the giveaway. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you're not already, hit that subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, don't forget to hit the little bell icon so you get notified the next time I upload a video. And as always, you guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.